The fact that 15 and 16-year-olds can participate in camp as a young adult, earning course credit while being social outside, is an unbelievable opportunity.
My biggest fear was that I would no longer be able to have fun the way that I did when I was a camper.
When I first walked into my first ever cabin, I was so quiet and so shy, and never in a million years would you have found me speaking up at campfire.
That fear was completely irrational because being behind the curtain, being in leadership is such an amazing opportunity and fun experience as an adult, but also still as a kid.
And now I have so much more confidence in myself, and I'm so sure of who I am as a person because of all the character that you're able to build.
I was kind of thrown into a completely foreign environment.
JRCs, LITs, and Forerunner will have their own separate community in camp.
This amazing little space in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, where there was a whole bunch of people that always supported me for being myself and always challenged me to try new things.
I think it's important to have the confidence to maybe step outside of your comfort zone.
You learn to sort of deal with other people. You start to empathize and think about what other people are thinking.
It's okay to speak up if you have a different opinion or a different point of view.
And that is something that your child will be able to use in their everyday lives when they actually enter the workforce.
Through taking on responsibility, you can find meaning in just trying.
Leadership lets you find your strengths, and it also lets you sharpen your strengths.
And when I inevitably came short of the goals that I set for myself, that is when the leadership program reminded me that I was still in a nurturing environment.
There's always going to be somebody there to support you, whether it be counselors or your own leadership group.
And that really boosts your self-confidence.
So I was terrified of portaging, and I always had my counselors there to support me through those portages.
Going out into the wild for 10 days, it is certainly very rugged. Trip really pushes your boundaries. You really bond together as a group.
I would say that my best year at Can-Aqua was when I was an LIT.
Those memories still are so prevalent in my life, and I still talk about them.
And looking back, this confidence and self-development are two unbelievably important, almost personality traits that camp really fosters.
There's a lot of times where you learn things, but you don't necessarily have the environment where you can apply those skills. And I think that that's where the JRC program, with all the training sessions and everything and all the advice, really gives you the opportunity to use those skills.
It's a much more rewarding experience to be on the other end, and you're able to kind of impact others in more ways than you ever would have realized.
And that was an amazing opportunity, but also a scary jump.
And suddenly having these kids look up to you and maybe making an impact on them can have a big effect on not just them, but on you as well.
And this, to parents, is an unbelievable opportunity for your child to grow.
Whether you're in Forerunner, or LIT, or JRC,
You are surrounded by the most amazing community of campers, of staff. They are there to comfort you and raise you up. And I don't think that there is a better place to be.